There is a sticker available on Amazon for $15. A $15 sticker is sitting on Amazon shelves today. It reflects up to 80% of incoming solar heat load. It reduces solar heat gain through windows by 80%. NASA engineers developed and tested this film in the 70s. The energy industry has been aware of this for 5 decades. They have never mentioned it to you in a newsletter or bill, because you paying monthly electricity bills is their income, because a $200 monthly bill is their business. Welcome to Forbidden Camping, the vault they tried to lock up. Here we dig up the knowledge the energy industry decided to bury. In 1972, a NASA team at Johnson Space Center was wrestling with a problem that had nothing to do with rockets. The problem was heat pouring through the windows of buildings. Houston summer temperatures regularly hit 105 degrees Fahrenheit, and the industrial air conditioning units in the research facilities could not keep pace with the load. A physicist on the team had been studying metallic thin film, coatings for spacecraft that needed to reject heat in orbit. He asked a direct question about what was happening on Earth. What if that same reflective film was placed on the windows? The experiment was run. The results were published that year in NASA Technical Report number TND7492 then. A metallic window film reflected up to 78% of incoming solar radiation before that radiation became heat. The air conditioning load dropped immediately and dramatically. No moving parts, no power required, no recurring maintenance, just a film that intercepted all solar radiation at the glass. Federal facilities managers read that NASA report and responded. Government buildings began quietly adopting the new technology. By the early 1980s, it was standard specification for all federal building upgrades right across the United States. And for the entire residential housing market, nothing happened. Almost nothing at all for more than 50 consecutive years. While you were paying record bills every summer for decades, the solution sat on a shelf fully backed by government research. This video is just the surface of what they buried from you. I collected everything the energy industry chose to suppress. All of it lives in the complete Forbidden Outdoor Vault now. The exact film type to buy and where to find it for $15. The full application guide that delivers results for a decade. The Department of Energy data buried in reports, never mailed. The annual cost breakdown of unfilmed windows by orientation. DIY thermal upgrades under $20 with no contractor. Real documented results from homeowners in Arizona and Texas. Over 10 guides in one place, no filler, straight to the data. The link is waiting for you right now in the description below. But stay here with me because the video is just starting now. Here's the physics they decided that you did not need to know when they were designing the structure of your monthly bill. When sunlight reaches a glass window, 3 completely distinct things happen simultaneously at the molecular level of glass. A small fraction reflects off the outer glass surface first. A second fraction gets absorbed into the glass material itself, and the remaining fraction passes through as solar radiation. That radiation then strikes your furniture, floors, and walls. On contact with any interior surface, it converts into heat. This is the residential greenhouse effect taking place daily. The U.S. Department of Energy measured and quantified all this. In a hot climate, up to 40% of total heat load inside a home enters directly through the windows rather than the walls. Not through the roof, not through inadequately insulated walls, not through gaps in the building envelope around doors and pipes, through the glass that is sitting unprotected in your walls. Your air conditioner is not combating the outdoor temperature. It is running against your own windows during every afternoon. The Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory documented it fully. Unshaded south-facing glass and direct afternoon sun transfers up to 250 BTUs of heat per square foot, here per hour, continuously into the interior of the living space. That equals a 1,000-watt electric heater running hard behind every single unprotected window during the afternoon sun. Every afternoon of every summer season at full, continuous output. The average American household pays $1,200 annually on electricity across all usage categories. 44% of that total is attributed to temperature control, primarily cooling in states with hot summer climates. In Florida, Texas, Arizona, and right across the American South, the cooling fraction of the annual bill is far higher still. A home with 4 unprotected west-facing windows can generate $60 to $90 additional dollars of unnecessary monthly cost by admitting solar heat that was never supposed to enter at all. That is $700 to over $1,000 per year, paid entirely to fight glass that costs $15 to fix. If you made it this far, you already know more than most people. Subscribe and share this with someone paying too much monthly. Everything the industry buried is now in the vault link below. Now stay here because the next part of this vault is the heaviest. So why does almost no residential homeowner know this exists? Here is where the documented history becomes genuinely strange. Solar control window film has been commercially manufactured in the United States continuously since the late 1960s. Commercial real estate and institutional buildings adopted it almost immediately once the NASA research was made available. Skyscrapers in every major American city received the upgrade. The Empire State Building completed its window upgrade project. Using solar control film as part of a major renovation effort, their documented result was a 68% drop in gain across the entire treated building facade on every exposure. The project paid back its full installation cost in 1 year. The General Services Administration, which oversees all federal buildings right across the United States, has been specifying solar control film as the required standard material for more than 30 years across all its building facilities programs. Your utility company has never mentioned any of this to you. Not once in an email, not once in a newsletter, not on a bill, not in the annual energy saving tips they publish each summer recommending smart thermostats that cost $200. Think carefully about what that precise and specific gap means. The residential energy efficiency sector generates over $60 billion per year in revenue across the United States. That market includes HVAC system replacement service contracts, attic insulation contractor services, smart home subscriptions, professional energy audit, consulting fees, and panel installs. Solar control film costs $15 for a standard roll. You apply it yourself without any tools in under 30 minutes. No licensed contractor is required for any part of the process. No permit is needed, no annual inspection, no service contract. The film performs its function for up to 10 years unassisted. You cannot build a $60 billion industry on a product that a homeowner purchases once and replaces every 10 years. You cannot generate contractor installation revenue from it. You cannot attach a monthly service subscription model to it. You cannot patent the physical behavior of infrared radiation. And what cannot produce recurring revenue will never appear in the marketing budget of any industry that depends on your bill, remaining exactly at the level where it currently stands today. That is not a theory. That is a straightforward business model. The industry did not destroy this. They simply did not promote it. While you searched for thermostats and got insulation quotes, a $15 roll of film sat on a shelf backed by research. Here is what you do this weekend to close 50 years of this. Step 1. Walk through your home and find every south-facing and west-facing window on every floor of every room you have. These receive the most intense direct afternoon sun exposure. They are your primary solar heat entry points to address first. Step 2. Search for solar control window film that is rated below 0.4 on the solar heat gain coefficient scale. Select a film with at least 50% visible transmission so that your rooms can retain their natural brightness levels. You're stopping infrared radiation, not blocking visible light. The film does exactly that while remaining nearly transparent. Gila, BDF, and Minic Brother are reliable brands on Amazon today. Total material cost per standard window is $15 to $25. Step 3. Clean each window surface with a solution of 50% water and 50% liquid dish soap in a spray. Apply the film wet directly onto the cleaned interior glass now. Use a rubber squeegee from center to edge to clear all bubbles. Each window takes under 30 minutes from start to finish. No professional tools are required for any step of the process. Step 4. Allow 72 hours for the adhesive to cure. Some haziness during the curing period is completely normal. After curing finishes, the film becomes fully optically clear. The documented homeowner results are consistent and measurable. Arizona homeowners who applied film to south and west windows documented cooling runtime reductions of 40 to 60%. Within the very first complete billing cycle of use after install. A family in Phoenix invested $31 in 3 windows. Their bill dropped $112 that month compared to the identical month in the previous calendar year. Payback period for their full investment was under 30 days. The Department of Energy classifies solar control window film as one of the highest value efficiency upgrades for homeowners in warm and hot climate zones across the entire country today. This knowledge did not vanish from the world on its own terms. It waited. It sat in government documents and published reports while 50 full years of summer electricity bills piled up. You were not paying those bills because there was no solution. You were paying them because the solution was kept invisible. If this vault opened something for you today, subscribe now. Share it with someone still paying too much every single month. Every share preserves what the industry preferred. You never find. The next vault opens soon, and what is inside is even heavier.